wanted to keep that because medically we're not there. They're talking about giving hormones, but the children, young teenagers, go through a period what was the word we used to call Michael Jackson and Prince? They were not cross-dressed. We used to have a word for it back in the 90s.
Transvestite.
Where it became no, not that severe. Just someone whose gender has okay.
You're gay and you're confused, and this is your community. And
it is confusing.
Is this unfair to you, Eastside Corey? Because we put all the LGBTQ plus transgender together, and is that fair to you as a gay man?
It's too much.
Okay.
Yeah, it's too much because when do we stop? We need to stop adding on, and it's okay to differentiate. But I want to know if this survey actually has numbers as to tell us what percentage of a percentage are real transgender people. I have a feeling it's very, very low.
Probably. I don't think it goes into that level of detail. 77% say people who are transgender face at least some discrimination. So that's asking non-transgender people. 77% of non-transgender people say the transgender people face discrimination, probably because they are the ones that are discriminating against transgenders, because that's probably how they know, because either they or they know somebody that discriminates against transgenders. And here's what's crazy. Damn near everybody discriminates against transgender people because we don't know a lot about it.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's right. And it's complicated. And every person is an individual. And should be handled by their first name first.
Absolutely.
And then the gender thing, they might be in the middle of transitioning, and, don't try and reach out a label. But I do say when I get frustrated with the gender thing, I said, just wear a name tag, okay? And if you change it up and you want me to pronounce it correctly, just put it on your chest every day because I can't read your mind. I can't read your look, okay? But if you look good, I'll tell you that. But if you got blue hair, I'll watch my words. That's what that's giving.
I don't want anyone to think that I don't treat people as people, but sometimes I'll see a person that obviously presents as a male, and I might be referring to them in conversation like, oh, this guy over here, and that's where I get in trouble because I will assume, and I've introduced myself, hey, my name is Charles, and I'm Sherwin, and I say, oh, well, my guy Charles over here, and Charles will say, no, I'm a they, them.
Stop giving people power they haven't earned yet. Okay, most transgender people that are so frustrated that you see on the YouTubes and have their own complaint site, they're got too much power and it's gone to their heads, and they're ruining it for everybody else because they're becoming discriminatory. They're becoming the thing that they hate. Okay, take Dave Chappelle for instance. He apologized 3 times about that. He even told a beautiful story, a real story about a transgender friend he made in comedy, and they still wouldn't forgive him. And so he had to move on.
But aren't people allowed their own dignity? Like, if I want to be respected as a black man, like, you need to respect me as a black person. If someone who is transgender demands, we can't say that because someone wants to be respected for who they are that they have too much power, because they said the same thing about black folks. And that's when they try and diminish us by saying, oh, you're not black, you're a human. They try and discount our identity. My identity is I'm a black man in America. And so we as black people don't get to say and get to discount the identity of a trans person. If they want to be called this or referred to as this, or they, them, or he, her, we have to respect that, just like we want somebody to respect us being black. That's all I'm trying to say here.
And that lady in the elevator, all you have to do is look her since she look in your eyes. First of all, don't look in her eyes, okay? And then just when you have the door open, say, ma'am, can I hit the floor for you? And then she has to answer, unless she's deaf.
She answered with her eyes. We never broke eye contact. And I think that is why that situation was so memorable.
That's what made her nervous.
Just stared at each other. Right. Nervous people look away, East Side Court. Nervous people look down. Nervous people don't want to confront, something that they're afraid of. Like, she was trying to stare me down. She's just like, N-word, I'm not getting in this elevator with you. And I let the elevator door close. But I was waiting on her ass to come up to Blue, but she didn't go up to Blue. I was waiting on her to come up to the lounge, but she didn't show up.
She might have had $1 million in her purse, and she had to get to the room, and, hubby was waiting for her. She was running late, and she's like, oh, Lord, here's this big old black man. Who is this?
How crazy to think that I could rob somebody in an elevator and that person thinks that, like, I would get away with robbing them. But whatever. It is what it is. I appreciate your call, Eastside.
All right. right.
Thank you.
All right. Take care.
Calling. Yikes.